All right, welcome to my 2013 Journey to the Worlds. I'm Eric Jones. I'm going to continue with simulated competition practice, where the only thing I'm working on is going to be results. But today I'm going to be working on contingency practice. What's that? Well, a contingency is a what if. And believe me, I've had enough experience up here in these long drive competitions to have a whole bunch of things go wrong. Here's some of the real simple things. Broken club. 3 times I've been on the tee in competition and had my club break. Second thing, glove. Might seem like a small thing, but remember, I only have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to hit 6 golf balls. How long does it take you to change a glove? I've been up here with a glove and had it actually split right in the middle, had to go back and change my glove. So that's a couple of different forms of like, what if something goes wrong? Another form of contingency practice would be something like, well, I've got 6 golf balls. What happens if I don't get my first one in? What happens if I don't get my second one in? Or my third one? Or my fourth or my fifth. So what I do is I actually practice those scenarios and I ask myself, what would I do? What's my strategy under those circumstances, under those contingency issues, under that contingency situation? So what I'll do, for instance, I'm going to practice right now as though the first 3 balls that I hit are out of play, and then I got to ask myself, what am I going to do? You see, the time to develop strategy is beforehand, not when you're on the tee in the middle of competition. You need to know what to do. How does this translate when you're out there on the golf course? There's almost always on every golf course 1 or 2 holes that give you a little bit of a problem. You don't want to be developing your strategy when you get up there. You need to have your strategy in advance before you get there, so you already know, you're already comfortable with your decisions. You already know in your mind what's going to happen. So in this case, I'm going to say, all right, my first 3 balls were out of bounds. Now I start with 6 balls here. So what I'm actually going to do is start with 6, and then I'm literally physically going to take 3 balls away. So visually, to me, I only see the 3 balls that I have left. I have no balls in the grid so far, and I'll even pretend that the rest of the guys that I'm hitting against are really doing well, and I got to hit some big numbers out there. Now, how do I feel? What am I going to be thinking about when I'm up there on the tee? Well, the issue for me is I can't control the other guys. I can only control what I do. And what I do best is hit the ball really solid. So I'm going to remind myself of that and then stick to my pre-shot routine. So I got 3 balls left. This is a must. I want to get this in. Now the other decision that I made sometime back when I was training this way was, if I don't have my first 3 balls in the grid, I don't get very comfortable. So I'm actually going to slow my swing down a little bit. I'd rather have a ball in the grid than be working on trying to blast one out there. In other words, I'm never going to take myself out of competition. I will always get a ball in the grid. Even if it might not be as far as it needs to, I'm not going to give the other guy the match. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to slow down. My first 3 balls are out, and let's just say for the sake of argument, I missed them all to the right. So I'm going to make a little adjustment. I'm going to pick a target that's off to the left just a little bit, change my alignment, change my target position. Up here, got to get this ball in the grid, make sure my setup is correct, exactly the way I need to have it. See my target. And there we are, dead center, right down the middle. So I got my ball in. That was about an 80% swing. So now I'm a lot more comfortable. If the guys are still ahead of me while I'm up on the tee and I need to hit some big balls, I got 2 balls left where I can really start cranking it up and get a lot more speed. But you know what? There's a part of me that just relaxes when I got a ball in and I know that I've got some room to maneuver. So now I'm going to let these next 2 go, and I'm going to win this match. I made a nice pass at that one. Didn't hit it in the grid, but I felt comfortable with the speed, and I know this one's going to be a good one. So really got my target just a little off to the left. Know right where that is. Good setup. Oh, and there it is. Perfect shot right down the left side, drawing a little bit. Excellent. That's how you make it through. I'll see you in my next Journey to the 2013 Worlds.